Welcome to another episode of the Marriage Be Like podcast.
Welcome.
I am Kenny.
I'm Kenya.
And we are the Marriage Be Like podcast hosts.
Yes, we are. Right here on Envision Radio.
Yes.
Envision Radio, and then all our podcast platforms.
That's right. Wherever you get your podcast. So we want to welcome you. Listen, if this is your first time checking us out, we want to welcome you. Welcome you to the conversation. Yes. And shout out to whoever shared it with you.
Yes. Tell them thank you.
That's right. So now you have a responsibility, like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
Right. So that you can see more and be a part of more of these conversations that we are having.
Absolutely. We post every week.
That's right.
So you can come back next week too.
That's right.
And then you can go back and listen to all of our past episodes.
That's right. on our website, marriagebelike.com. Yes. So now a couple things here to mention, right? We're on Envision Radio on Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, and then on Friday, everywhere else.
There you go. So Envision gets it first.
Yes. So there it is. So anyway, and then shout out to those who shared it, but welcome back to those who are our regular listeners.
Regular listeners.
Yeah.
Yes. We thank you and we love you.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
With all our heart.
And there's the drama. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what we did last week.
Okay.
Last week, we were talking about empty nesting.
Yes.
And then we went into your children going to college.
Right.
Because what time is it? It's school time.
Oh, yeah.
It's school time pretty much around the world.
Yeah.
For those who have already started here in Alabama, they've already started.
Man.
College is starting.
Yeah. I'm still adjusting
Just changed.
to.
We were in school a long time ago, so yes.
Well, it wasn't that long for me.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, it was. We were in school a long time ago, so when we were in school, it didn't start until like September and August.
Yeah. I mean, after Labor Day.
Yeah. You just understood you get to party and then you go to school.
Yes.
That's what.
So, anyway.
But then we also stayed in school.
Late.
Later in June.
Yeah. I mean, because my graduation date, right? The date of my graduation was June 26th.
Yeah. It was, mine was like the 20th something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was towards the end of June.
Yeah.
But nowadays school starts earlier.
Yeah. So
it's beginning of August.
Yeah.
And they're out in May.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know.
So they get all the heat of summer.
Yeah, I'm still trying to adjust to it. And I don't even have kids in school.
This is true. So, it's just, we adjust to the traffic.
This is true.
We still adjust, even though you don't have kids in school. There's so many things that happen. School zones and all that kind of stuff.
I normally fly through. I can't do that anymore.
Yes.
So.
Okay. So that's what happened. That's what we talked about last time. Today, we're talking about sending our children off to other areas of school. Right. Kindergarten, first grade, middle school. So there are different areas of school and they have different responsibilities in those areas.
And the feeling is different.
So we're just going to dive into that today.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Sending a child to school is more than buying school supplies, taking pictures for the first day and watching them walk through the doors.
Yeah.
Those first day pictures with all their new gear.
Yeah.
For parents, every school year can represent another level of letting go.
Wow.
This is true.
Yeah.
For children, it can mean stepping into a world that feels exciting, unfamiliar, scary, and full of possibilities. And somewhere in the middle, all of that growing up, you got marriage.
Oh, that's right.
This is a marriage podcast.
We're still married, aren't we?
Because how parents handle their children's growth can affect their relationship, their communication, and even their own identity as a couple.
Yes. Or individuals.
Yes. And we talked about some of that during the empty nesting part.
That's right. We did.
Okay.
Yep.
So, but there's still little nuances in the discussion that we haven't discussed because each level of schooling is different.
It's different. Okay.
Okay. So, opening discussion.
All right.
You want to do number one?
Yeah, if I can find. Okay, what is that right?
No, let me pull you to
Okay, there we go. So there are certain moments in parenting that make you realize that your child is growing up right before your eyes. Mm-hmm. One of those moments is the first day of school.
Yeah.
The first day of school. So do you remember the first day of school for
the boys?
Yeah.
I remember theirs and I remember mine.
Really? Yours?
I remember my kindergarten first day of school.
Wow.
And my first grade first day of school.
I'm trying to...
I have a first grade first day picture. I was on the steps of the school.
Okay.
And I was going to private school, so I was in my cute little uniform that I absolutely hated. Oh. I looked back and I was like, oh, I was so cute. I had my two little pigtails, but then I was mad. I did not want to be in a uniform.
But wait, how could you hate a cute uniform? I don't understand that because you just said it was cute.
I just said it was cute looking back on it. At the time, I did not want to wear a uniform.
Oh, okay.
I was happy about going to school. Okay. I didn't want to wear a uniform. So it was different. That was my first time having to wear a uniform.
So here's a question. Somebody help me out with this, right? Can you hate something that's cute?
It wasn't cute then. It's cute now. What are you missing?
Okay. No. I didn't. You didn't say.
I did.
You did not say. No. Don't say that. You did not say that you thought today that it was cute.
I said, looking back on it today, it's cute. So okay. I did say it.
I don't remember you saying it.
You didn't hear it. It's okay. So yes, I do remember.
So people, this is how we communicate a lot.
He not listening. That's what that was.
She said
you just heard it for your sales audience.
So anyway.
Okay. Yes, I remember my first day of kindergarten. I was so excited.
Okay.
And I did kindergarten at KinderCare.
Oh. Wasn't it like a big chain of...
It was a daycare, but they had kindergarten in it.
Okay. All right.
And I remember taking my first pictures that my father did not take.
Oh.
Because my father's a photographer.
Okay.
So I had to take my first pictures. I forgot to tell my mom it was that day.
Oh, good job.
So I came looking regular and she was not happy because she wanted me to be prissy looking.
I bet.
Yeah. But I was, 4? 5? 4. So yeah, that was that. But it turned out to be a decent picture. I really enjoyed going to that. I think it was. But then I had first grade was ML Menace. And that was different because I was going into multi-class.
Oh, multiple grades in one class?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I love my teacher because she went to my church.
Okay.
So yeah, it was, I really enjoyed like kindergarten, first grade. I want to say second grade. After that, it changed, but I had different teachers.
Okay.
So that was primarily my issue.
Yeah.
But I was a decent student. I understood to raise my hand when I had questions, and I was pretty quiet at that time as a kid. But yeah, I really enjoyed going to school.
I think mine. I don't remember the first day of school. I do remember the first days. Mm-hmm. Right. The time period. I remember walking to school. And I kind of remember all the schools that I went to. Quite a few schools. Now, granted. Mm-hmm. So growing up, my father, as a pastor, was reassigned quite often, and so we moved quite often. And the majority of the schools that I went to were private Christian schools. Mm-hmm. And I do remember going to these schools and really having to adjust to the I guess I won't say regulations, but the protocol for that school. Again, because it's a Christian school.
Yes.
And all the different things that we had to do there.
We had worship in the cafeteria. Did you all do that?
I don't remember. It's possible. I don't remember that.
I remember those days. We had mass worship in the cafeteria with all the grades.
Okay. I mean, that sounds typical, right? So I get that.
I enjoyed carrying my lunchbox. I didn't have to when I was at home with my mom.
Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you.
Lunch boxes, or did you eat in the cafeteria at
No,
school?
we would bring lunch boxes, lunch bags. We would have brown paper bags.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I always wanted, you know how like the kids would have the cartoon boxes,
yes,
the metal boxes and
yes.
stuff like that. I think I might have had one or two over the years, but for the most part,
Mine was definitely metal because that's what they were back in the day.
Yeah.
They didn't really do the plastic yet.
Yeah, you remember the soft bags now? Yeah.
I think if I'm not, I think mine was like a Sesame Street.
Really?
Possibly. I remember it being something.
Yeah, like I said, I think I might have had one or two. Don't ask me what was on it.
At the time, Sesame Street was my favorite show.
Really?
But again, we're talking about, kindergarten and first grade.
Yeah. Man, I don't remember the exact first day of school. I just remember the first days of school. I remember walking, depending on the school I went to, I remember walking. We were in Michigan for a little while.
Okay.
Because my father was in school there. And
yes, that's right.
Winter time, I remember it was cold. And we all walked to the school.
Yeah, those little uniform dresses, those things were rough with some tights.
Ooh.
In the cold. In the cold.
Yeah, I bet.
And my little, I forgot the shoes we used to wear. I didn't have loafers at first. I can't remember what they were called. But anyway, yeah, they were not warm. Let's just say that. Not in the north.
Yeah. The days, yes, I mean, because we're talking like, this had to have been 70s, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, in the 1970s.
Late 70s. But yeah, I remember being nervous.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I should talk, if I couldn't talk, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I remember doing that. I remember that I was comfortable in the class though, because we had come to see the classroom.
Okay.
My dad at the time was working as the gym coach.
Oh, okay.
So I remember sitting in class, but my teacher was also the principal, and she went to our church. So I was very comfortable with Miss Wagner. But I just didn't understand a large class of school.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Kindergarten was much smaller. And then you had this large
class, yeah. So,
that was a little bit different. And I was tiny. So I was one of the shortest ones, the smallest ones in the class. So yeah, I remember now. Then after that, it kind of gets foggy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, my recollection, man, I don't even remember sitting in class. But I think I was a pretty good kid. And at least for the first few years of my educational experience, I was I was straight A student,
Yay, look at there, kid.
Yeah.
I don't remember what my grades were. I felt like I was a good student, though. I remember always raising my hand because I remember being nervous about doing it. And Miss Wagner assured me that it was okay to raise my hand to answer the question. Because I always knew the answers.
Okay.
But I remember being shy about answering. So then once she made me feel more comfortable about it, over time, I would answer them all the time, I raise my hand all the time. So,
and so when we talk about growing up before our eyes as parents, right? Mm-hmm. Watching, and I think that right there is a maturation process, right? You were nervous about raising your hand, but then, after a while, you would raise your hand. You probably asked the most questions in the class.
I didn't. I didn't ask very many questions at all, actually.
Well, I mean,
but when they would ask the class questions, okay, who knows the answer to this?
Yeah,
my hand would always pop up.
Okay.
Once I got comfortable.
Okay. All right.
I remember now, another thing I remember that young of age, I remember being confused about how my mom was going to pick me up.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like after school, do I go outside? Mm-hmm. And then, it was just do whatever your teacher says to do.
Yeah.
But that piece of information didn't register, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay.
Would I ride the bus? When my parents picking me up? Are they picking me up from the classroom? Are they picking me up from the cafeteria? How does that work?
So, you know what? And let me tell you, people, those watching, listening, let me tell you something. She still asks the same questions
I ask
today.
A lot of questions. I need details.
Today. We had this whole conversation about this.
We did.
You know, I mean, it's, and I have to, I'm going to tell you, now this is marriage be like, right? I have to consciously remind myself, you know, because oftentimes you ask me too many questions. I feel like I'm being interrogated.
Because you don't give details. No. You don't give details and you leave stuff out. This is what he does. He'll give piece of information that he would like for me to know. And in his mind, he thinks he's giving me everything. And I'd be like, but there's something missing. Like there's a big piece missing, like a big chunk.
Yeah,
but in his head, it's there. So he thinks he delivers it, and he does not. And then I have to play mind games to figure out what it is. To figure out what it is that you were missing to tell me.
Just keep up. That's all I'm asking.
Well, you have to say it for me to keep up.
But yeah,
and so I need details. So then I just start asking a bunch of questions.
So I mean, back to my point about raising your hand. That was a growth process, right?
Yes.
You grew. I mean, and here's the thing. You know, when we talk about like for me having to walk to school, I remember my father was studying at Andrews University, right? And so we were staying on, I don't know if we were staying on campus. I remember this, you know.
You remember having to walk, so you probably were on campus. Yeah. You probably wouldn't be walking from much further.
Right. It wasn't very far, but I mean, as a young 6-7-year-old
But if you're on campus, I'm not driving.
Right.
To take you to school if school is on the campus of where I'm.
Right. And, you know,
close by where I'm going to school.
And times were different then, right? Where, you know, you could say walk to school.
Sure could.
And so I would.
No worries at all.
No worries at all.
6-year-old going to school.
You 5 years old and you, go ahead, walk to school. So I would walk to school. But you know, the idea of being able to just being out there on your own, right? I mean, that is a growth process.
Yes.
You know, you've got to.
Don't talk to strangers.
Yeah.
Pay attention to what's going on around you.
Yeah. But I mean, I think I kind of feel like the environment that we were in on the campus, and I don't remember much about the campus, but I kind of feel like the environment was very kind of
safe
and secluded, you know, kind of sterile environment because there really wasn't a whole lot of stuff going on. So,
right.
But I still had to, you know, put my big boy pants on, and
you were still by yourself.
I was, and that little backpack, you know. So when you talk about the first day of school, right?
The backpacks are bigger than the kids.
Yes, you got that picture of Elijah. Remember, we took that picture of Elijah his first day of school. I remember that day.
All you saw was head and backpack.
Head and backpack. Yeah, it was a terrible picture. Terrible picture. Because he was a little guy with a big head and a big giant backpack, and he was just all excited, that big grin on his face.
Yes.
You know, but I mean, you know, that's the excitement. So now, as a parent, looking back at that, I do remember that day, and really being excited because I took him. He was going to the academy.
Yes, he was going to private school. Correct.
Right, and I remember dropping him off, and because I think I had to drop him off.
Yes, I was at work.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
So I took him, dropped him off, and he ran on up in there, and I was like. Okay. You know, I mean, you couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, he was excited to go to school. He had been talking about it.
Yeah.
We had been preparing him.
Yeah.
So then you're supposed to talk about it, you know. Yeah. But no, he was totally excited. He was happy to meet new people and see what was going on.
Yeah.
We had already gone to see the school.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Did we meet his teacher?
We did. Mm-hmm.
Prior to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, and you know what's amazing about that, right?
He had to test in as well.
Yes.
So he'd actually gone twice.
Okay. So, and the amazing thing about that, this teacher then, right?
Miss Cooper.
Yes. And he still loves her to death.
Still loves her.
Yeah. So, no, I remember the first day of school, and yeah, it's it's amazing to think back on that and say,
it can be emotional for some people.
I think I these days now, my emotions just all over the place.
You're older, but then were you emotional about him going to school? Because your words were, and he just took off on in there.
Well, I mean,
how did you feel about him just running on in?
No, I did kind of feel some kind of way. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about that. I mean, but here's the thing: I was excited. I wanted him to feel that way.
Yes, and to be ready.
Yeah. But I wasn't ready for him to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted him to feel that way, but did I really?
Right. And there's where the emotions come in.
Yeah, just
and oftentimes
confusion.
People are crying and boo-hooing, and it's hard.
I did not do all that.
I'm not saying that you did. I didn't either, actually. I was rather excited for him to go.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't see the first day at school.
Right.
But it didn't matter to me. And I still didn't cry either way. I was totally happy.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew I'd see them after school, because the other piece to it was I worked at the daycare when they came from school. Then
right. Yeah. So he would come there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it worked out nicely for that.
Yeah.
But even with the youngest, now I did drop him off on his first day of school.
Yeah.
And he wasn't sure what he was supposed to do. He just looked I'm not sure I care. I mean, he had his backpack. He knew what he was supposed to do. And, he went on in, and I walked him to the door, and I'm directing him. And he just kind of looked at me, and he looked on in, and it was almost like I could see his shoulder shrug. I guess, okay, I guess I'll go on in. All right.
I mean, but he's that way now.
He very much is. He very much is. Yeah.
He is the same dude today as he was then.
Yeah,
that's how he responds
waving goodbye.
To the stuff.
It was just kind of like, I'm going to turn on around and go on in here. Let's see what's going on in here.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't remember.
I thought I'd be emotional, though, because he was the youngest, the last one to go. But I wasn't. I was actually okay.
Well, and for me, I kind of felt like, well, we've been here before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I knew that, but I thought because I had been there before and this is my last one, and it was the very next year.
It was.
I was like, ooh.
I don't know what our problem was, man.
But then I was fine. I was like, okay, scared right off. I dropped him off with the van, remember?
Yep.
Because I would pick him up drop him off from the daycare, and then I would pick him up as well. But when he walked on in with his teacher, I was like, okay, he's good. So I went on.
That's right, because you would take him to the daycare.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I would take him to school from the daycare. He was on the pickup route.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, those were the days. Those were the days.
So from a parent perspective, excitement, anxiety, fear, pride, separation anxiety.
Yeah.
Worry, how your child's going to be treated. They're going to be treated well. Concerned about the friends they'll make. Sadness because that's my baby. You know what I mean? Those are the kinds of things that happen. When you're talking about first grade, now you're going into homework. Because, kindergarten is not really homework. It's kind of like review stuff sometimes. They still get their naps and that kind of thing. But first grade is school.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can feel differently about kindergarten for your child than you do about first grade.
Because now the work begins. Now
that 1 to 12 starts.
Yeah, because then you come home, they get home, and then you want to know, so how did it go? How was it today?
Yeah, their friendships, learning to read, doing spelling bee competitions, those kinds of things start in first grade.
Spelling bee in first grade?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Rewards and consequences. You get your stars or whatever those rewards and consequences are.
Question. Did you went to kindergarten?
Yeah.
Really? I never went to kindergarten.
You just went right into first grade?
I sure did.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens.
Let's say sometimes, because that made me feel like I was smart. I was somebody special that I went. I could skip kindergarten.
My mom actually used to teach kindergarten, but I think she stopped by the time I went to kindergarten. I wasn't in her class. But yeah, she used to teach kindergarten. And I actually only did kindergarten for half the year.
Okay.
I don't know what the situation was, but I know I wasn't there the full year. And then I went to first grade.
Yeah, no, I went straight to first grade. So.
But I remember having to test in as well. That's how I knew it was possible for my sons.
I don't remember testing though.
Well, I was young.
Okay.
Your birthday's in August.
Yes.
My birthday's in January.
Okay.
So I had to test in to go in early.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see. Okay. Got you.
But that's how I knew it was possible for our sons. And so that's why I was able to get them tested in to go in early.
Now, do you remember, like from the child perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
The anxiety, wondering whether or not,
Well, like I said, I didn't know how my parents were going to pick me up.
Right.
I didn't understand the pickup process.
Okay.
That's all I remember.
That's the only thing you remember. Okay. I now, if I were to think back, I remember some anxiety, but only in later years. Like for some reason, okay. I can't remember the early years, right? First and second grade. I mean, kindergarten. Well, I didn't go to kindergarten, but first and second grade, I don't remember having those types of anxieties. Mm-hmm. I remember, going into middle school or going into high school and having certain anxieties.
Okay.
But based on looking here, like our notes, who will I sit with? Will my mommy come back?
Right. Because sometimes you go into school and don't know the kids.
You don't know them. And
especially when you're talking about private school, though. See, we both went to private school. Now, for kids who go to neighborhood schools, well, they may know some of their friends already.
Okay, except for those instances where you moved to the area. You're new to the area.
This is true.
Because this
is true.
That was the feeling I had having moved into a particular area and did go to a public school.
Oh, but you didn't know anybody in there because you just moved.
There.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can at this point, to speak to those kinds of anxieties is really just about, what I experienced in later years.
Yeah. My friends were all my age because we all went to church together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was easier for me, I'm sure.
Now, when I went to particularly in high school, the private schools that I went to, because I went to a number of them, but I did know. I mean, I didn't walk in there not knowing anyone. To your point, right? Even if it was a boarding school, right, where I moved in,
right?
I knew I walked in there and had friends that I've known for years, and that was pretty interesting. But
I went to 2 schools in elementary. So by the 5th grade, I went to a public school.
Okay.
Now that was different for me. One, because it was public.
Mm-hmm.
2, because I didn't understand how they worked versus private school. What I do know is that it was larger. It had way more kids in the class.
Yeah.
We did the 1 grade, so it wasn't multiple grades.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I didn't know if I would have any of my neighborhood friends in my class.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I did. I had one.
Okay.
Which we got along great, so that was great.
Yeah.
But that was it.
One
I had to catch the bus. That was different.
Yeah.
I didn't have to in private school.
That was a different experience for me too.
So
the bus.
Yes, that was. I remember being nervous. So yeah, that was, and my friend from school was able to ride with me.
Okay. So
that worked out nicely. The bus stop wasn't too far from his house, so I had to just get to the other side of the neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, but
man, waiting at the bus stop.
That's a whole different situation. Yes.
Waiting at the bus stop.
And you know what? Wait at the bus stop. All I remember are the cold days. I don't remember the warm days at all.
The nice days, yeah. The cold days are the ones that,
like, where is his bus?
Yeah, man. And I mean, what's interesting is over the years we've lived by bus stops.
Yes.
Right, and then you look out the window and you see these little
Those
short
poor
little
babies. You feel sorry for them. You see little kids on a bus stop.
I mean, they be 2 feet tall and just little tiny little things, and it's like, wow, they're bundled up. They could barely walk in their snowsuit or whatever it is.
I definitely had snowsuits. Yes,
it makes you want to go out there and just sit in your car and let them sit in the car and wait.
What we looked like when we was out there on those bus stops.
Man, yeah, I'd be feeling some kind of way. We talk about.
Oh man!
I tease about if we had a daughter. We only had sons, but if I had a daughter, oh man, she would not be sitting at no bus stop.
Yes, she would too. No. She needs that experience.
She wouldn't be doing it. I'd be sitting right out there.
Yeah, sometimes my mom would, and let us. Now the other thing about it too. Now the bus stop was right there at my grandfather's house, actually.
Okay.
So there were times I could run in, warm up real quick, and then run back out.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, he just kind of be out there watching and waiting until I went on the bus.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, because I definitely remember. I remember my walking to the bus stop when I did take that bus. It wasn't very far. It was really at the end of the street, but it wasn't a short street.
Yeah, it was at the end of the street. Yeah.
And there were several of us. I mean, it might have been 7, 8, 10 of us that got on right there.
Yes, yeah. You have a bundle. Yeah. In our neighborhood, that was the only bus stop.
Oh.
So everybody came and got on for the elementary bus.
Yeah, this one I remember it was there were several stops in the neighborhood. And it was a rather large neighborhood, where I stayed.
Yeah, in that case, our neighborhood was smaller. So,
yeah. So
the bus was like, we're gonna stop at the beginning of this neighborhood, we're gonna swing it around and get on back on this main road. Yeah. So we just all had to catch it. It was just good that we were out there. Sometimes my grandfather would have his van running so that I could jump in, and a couple of us could jump in. Yeah, so that we wouldn't. But for the most part, I had to weather it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just like, but granddaddy, it's at your house.
Yeah. I mean, my son, I'd let him walk out there and hang out there. My daughter, I'd have a hard time with that.
Yeah, well. Oh, well. Yeah. So let's keep moving. So from a kid's perspective, is that where we were?
Yeah.
Okay. Wondering, for instance, things like, where's the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay, or remembering if you hadn't seen the school before, trying to learn how does that work with a hall pass or whatnot. That's different because you sure don't have to do that at home.
Right, to go to the bathroom.
Right, to go to the bathroom or even at a daycare.
Yeah.
What if my parents miss me, or what if I miss my parents? There's no stopping school, so I can call my mama and come pick me.
See you. I just want to hug you.
Yes.
I remember. So I said I went to this little private school, right? I remember particularly in first grade, when we would have bathroom monitors, right? And these were students that were given the task of reporting those who were misbehaving.
Yes.
Right. Of course, even then, again, we're still talking about the 1970s when there was punishment in school. Did you get punished in school?
Yes.
Yeah.
We could even get spanked in school.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like, I would get a ruler.
Yes.
And I remember one day
she had a paddle. I don't know what kind of it was bigger than a ruler. I remember that.
No, this one was it was a ruler, and I can't remember if it was the back of the hand or the palm of the hand, but one way or another we would get it on the hand.
We used to get it on our bottom.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, in earlier elementary times, yes, we get it on our bottom. It wasn't until I would say maybe 3rd or 4th grade, I think, that teacher spanked us on our hand, possibly.
Okay. Now, I remember getting on my hand, and I remember we all would go to the bathroom together, right? And the bathroom monitor, the bathroom monitor would have a notepad and a pencil, and then he would write names and turn those names in.
Oh, really?
And those whose name was on that list would get the ruler. And I remember this one time. There were two of them because it was I guess the class was large, so we had two. And so
you had two bathroom monitors.
Yes,
that were not in your class.
No, they were in my class.
Okay,
they were
okay. I was trying to figure out how that worked. Okay.
Yes, they were classmates. So then, and I don't know if she rotated that or I don't remember, but I do remember this one time where we walked in there and one was like, "Ooh, I'm telling on Kenny. Ooh, I'm telling on Kenny," you know. And he was like, "No, I'm not. I'm just playing. And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then we got back to the classroom, sat down, and she called my name to get the ruler. And I was like, "Oh, wait,
you
what?"
You said you wasn't going to. You said you was just kidding.
But he didn't. It was the other one wrote my name because he heard him call my name. So he wrote my name on the paper too. And I was like,
wait, let me understand. If you went to the bathroom out of order, that's what it was? That's why your name would be written down?
No, if you were just misbehaving, you were acting.
But you said bathroom monitor.
Yeah, so the bathroom monitor, we were all be in there. So like 10 guys in the bathroom.
Oh, so if you misbehaved in the bathroom rather than just using the bathroom and coming on out, then your name would go on a...
Yes.
Oh, now I understand. Okay.
So, so as if I did something, but I never did anything. And I was trying to explain to the teacher, like, look.
No, it was too late.
My name is never on this list. I never do anything. I'm the quietest kid in the school, right? I mean, because I was pretty quiet. And, so I got the ruler. I was an innocent man.
Yeah.
So to this day, I'm sad about that.
Yeah. Well, this is why we're not talking about our third and fourth grade, because that was a whole different situation.
No, that was your third.
My third and fourth grade. Okay, yeah. Yes.
Because I think this was when I say it might have been my first grade.
Okay.
It might have been first grade.
I don't recall ever having to deal with bathroom monitors. There were hall monitors when I went to middle school at another private school. Mm-hmm. But there weren't bathroom monitors. We would get a bathroom pass. Teacher would give us a bathroom pass. We'd have a certain amount of minutes to get in and get out back to the classroom.
Yeah.
That's all I remember. And I want to say it was like that in elementary as well. I know it was in the, I don't remember the name of my elementary school, the public school. I can't remember it right now. I remember my teacher's name was Miss Alexander. I loved her.
Okay.
But I remember she had a bathroom pass as well. At minutes, I don't remember what we did. I don't know how we went to the bathroom. I don't remember it all.
Don't know how you went to the bathroom. Okay.
Don't know how.
That sounded really weird.
I know.
But okay.
I assumed that we did today. I just don't remember what the process was. Okay, so let's go on into middle school.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Do you want to do a segment?
Oh, sure. You got one?
Yes.
Okay, what you got?
And I actually forgot to text her to tell her I was going to shout her out today.
Oh, yes.
I sure did. I forgot to text her. So I'll text her when we're done.
When you're done. You know what we already did.
Yes.
Put you on blast. And
but it's okay. It's all right. She's a friend of the pod. She's been on the podcast, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But just talking about kids going away or kids going to school. Our friends Debbie and Darren Fulford, who again have been on our podcast, she mentioned on Facebook, and of course, at this time you are on Facebook or on Instagram or whatever, and everyone's talking about their kids going to school.
Right?
You see all the first day clothing, everybody's first day pictures, that kind of thing. The comparisons to last year, and all that kind of thing. Well, this year it felt different because. Our friends Debbie and Darren, she has one in college.
Yeah.
Pushing toward the end of her years of college.
Yeah.
She's got one, her middle son's going to the service on his birthday, I believe the end of this month.
Okay.
And then her youngest is going into high school.
Man.
And I'm bringing her out because she asked for prayers basically on her social. She was like, y'all need to pray for a sister. But here's the thing. I feel like her situation was quite different.
Okay.
She's got one in college.
Oh, yeah. One away. Unique, yeah.
Yes, it's unique. One going away, no telling where. in the service, and then one going into high school, and that's her youngest. So here he is now. He's in high school by himself.
Yeah.
The other two were able to be together at some point.
Right.
So I think that is a little bit different.
Yeah, man. And the idea of coming behind older siblings, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's always a interesting perspective, right? You're coming behind them and, oh yeah, you're so and so's little buddy, little brother, little sister. You're always going to be somebody's little sister, a little brother, and then people look at you and judge you by how
the older siblings.
Yes.
I don't know I'm the oldest sibling,
right,
and I'm the only girl, so I don't think my brothers had to deal with that.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I mean, there's still some things that we can compare. I mean, you compare, whether or not you're bad.
Yeah, my youngest brother was definitely bad. Yes, but we're 6 years apart, so we never really had to.
You didn't have that, yeah.
When I was in high school, we went to a K through 12 school.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
J. Graham Brown School, shout out.
Okay.
And my youngest brother was in, of course, a lower grade at the time. But we all started that school together that year.
Okay.
So, I was in high school. My middle brother was in middle school, and my youngest was in elementary. And that was interesting. So yes, when he was always in trouble, instead of calling their mom, they called me. I'd have to go down to the office, and it was always my brother's fault. He was just bad. He never wanted to listen, never wanted to obey. It was always him. And he actually didn't stay in that school as long as my other brother did.
Okay.
Me and Joel actually graduated from that school. The other one, he wouldn't do right.
So for me, I really didn't have that. Not too much, actually. Yeah. My sister and I, she was 3 years younger than me. And at least the one that's closest to me in age,
yes.
But she's 3 years younger than me, but we never lived in an area long enough for
y'all
her
both to be
there.
In school.
Yes.
Got you. Okay.
We did ride. I do remember riding the same bus.
Okay.
Together.
Okay.
But I would get dropped off because I was in middle school and she was in elementary.
Dropped off at the other school. Gotcha.
So we were never really in the same school together. I do remember riding the bus.
And she probably had to start a little later because her birthday was later in the year.
Yeah, because she was September, right?
Mm-hmm. So 3 years apart really made like four grades apart. Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't remember if it was like that, but to your point, that could very well be the case.
Mm-hmm.
And so then that, just another degree of separation there. But yeah,
right.
I didn't have that experience. Man, I really don't believe that we did. Yeah. And so, but hey, it worked out, I guess, because now there was, we did end up going to the same schools at some point.
Yes.
Right. My freshman year in high school.
Was her?
Well, no, she was in middle school at that time.
Yeah, she was at middle school.
But it was a private boarding school.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I went there for my freshman year. Well, she did as well.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Right. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she went there for a year, and and I was only there for a year because I kind of found myself while I was there.
Not sure what that means.
I admit that I was, I said I was a really, really good kid in my younger years.
Oh, so you changed in high school?
I did, a little bit. A little bit. So
you were in boarding school. There was no parents around.
Yes. So
now I understand.
So I was not afforded the opportunity to return. And so, but when my sister went a few years later and I would go to visit or whatever, I was like, oh man, I wish I had come back. But anyway.
Yeah, so actually somehow we went right back on topic, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's okay. But I do want to just say, for those who have kids going to school, it's okay.
It's all right. It'll work out.
Even if you feel emotional about it, it's all right.
Yeah. I mean, these are your babies.
Yes. Allow them to have their wings. Yeah. You give them the roots.
Yeah.
And then they have their wings.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
I mean, because you look, the birds do it. The birds kick them out the nest. It's like,
yes. And there's no tears involved.
Ain't no tears. It's, push them out the nest.
They just go out there and they learn how to fly.
And you better better flap your wings before the ground get you. That's how that
Hardcore training. Yeah. Thankfully, we don't have to do that. It's okay to allow them to go to school and be who they're going to be and watch that process.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to talk about middle school real quick?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so who is this child in middle school? Because let's be clear, middle school is where those hormones change.
Yeah,
the voice changes.
Oh, yeah.
The attitudes come.
Yes.
The bodies change.
Yes.
Their faces change because they don't have those cute little round faces anymore. And now they starting to look like teenagers.
Yeah.
Oftentimes.
Yeah. They smell different.
They smell different. They have peer pressure and identity issues.
Yeah.
Big on social media if they're not already beforehand.
Yeah.
Academics, independence begin.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You're trying to figure out all that too while they're trying to figure it out. They don't even know what's going on. They just know that today, right now, I got an attitude. Later on, I might not.
You're trying to figure out what's that smell.
Yes, you're trying to figure it out. It's like, did you wash this morning? Those kind of things.
Right.
But it's so different, and it is a growth process for everybody.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what? And as a parent, right? I mean, we've got to be cognizant of the fact that they are adjusting to it as well.
Right, because we can tell them. But they don't get it the first time. They don't understand because it's new to them.
It's new. So, we look at them and we expect them to get it and understand and have the same level of maturity that we have. But you didn't get it right. I
was about to say, that's not how we were, even at their age. And this is also a good time, may I say, that you start to see yourself in your children.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
If you didn't before.
But see, there again, if that serves as a reminder that a little bit of patience and a little bit of patience and understanding goes a long way in this process.
Yeah, let me explain a thing or two. Honey.
Right. Let's we can sit down and talk about it and we can grow together.
Right.
And I think we talked about this in the Father's Day episode. I know for sure that seeing so much of myself in our sons at that age, right? And it's like, oh, wait a minute, I did this too.
Yeah.
And because I did that, let's figure out a way to help them navigate through this. Because I think what happens as parents, right? And this is more of a parenting parenting idea or concept, but as parents, we feel like I told you, so you just need to understand because I told you.
Yeah. From a parent's perspective, it can be frustrating.
Yeah.
We don't want to repeat it.
Right.
Because why we got to repeat it, we didn't have to repeat it 2 years ago.
I mean,
why we got to repeat it now.
Right.
It's also confusion.
Yeah.
Their hormones are all over the place. The kids are.
Yeah.
Going into preteen and that kind of thing. Life just looks different to them. They don't even understand why it looks different.
Yeah.
So it's confusion for the parents as well, but it's also a little bit of pride.
Yeah.
A little bit of, I'm so proud of them because this is when you really see better achievements also.
Right.
The competitions at school get different. You get your extracurricular activities more so. Lots of sports and things come into play for school. A little bit of concern though, because you also want to make sure that everything is going smoothly with your kid.
Yes.
Oftentimes bullying comes into play, if not before this point. So being able to stay on top of things and making sure that you are communicating with your kid.
Yeah.
And if you're not, or they're not communicating with you, then concern will come into play.
Yes. Yeah.
Loss of control. Sometimes parents be like, they want to be able to control and they can't because the kid's like, no, I want my privacy.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to be around you. No, don't kiss me. I want to go on into school.
I remember the first time one of our sons said to me, Dad, that's private. And my response, you know what I said? I said, boy, ain't nothing about you private. When it come to me, ain't nothing about you private.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. You have no such thing. Yeah. Privacy means nothing to you.
My thing was, but you came from me. So
right.
Let's talk about the privacy. Let's see exactly what are you meaning.
I felt like Allen Iverson. Private. We talking about privacy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Privacy.
The kids, on the other hand, they feel like they want privacy.
Yes.
They feel like they want independence.
Yeah.
But also acceptance.
Yeah.
But acceptance around the globe, around everything. Acceptance from friends, acceptance from teachers, acceptance from neighborhood friends that may be different from school friends.
Yes.
Acceptance from parents.
Yeah.
So on and so on and so forth. Respect.
Mm-hmm.
They want respect because now they understand what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Friendships, of course, and then freedom.
And freedom. And these things, here's the thing, man, where we have to really understand. I know we're talking about the kids going off to school, but this is where a lot of that manifests itself.
Yes.
But these kids are... that means a whole lot to them.
It does.
It means a whole lot to them. And when a part of this, what you said, what they want, when a part of that is crushed, they are crushed.
Yeah, they are. And then don't know how to navigate that.
Right.
But they also don't realize they still need guidance. Like you can have freedom and privacy to an extent.
Right.
You still actually need guidance. I still need to know what's going on in your life.
Right. And that guidance helps us identify what those boundaries are.
Yes. You still need stability.
Yes.
Can't just be wilding out here. Now we're not gonna have that.
Yeah. But then also at the same time, right, we need to make sure that we share that love and reassurance.
Yes.
As they are navigating. So then we give them that guidance and then encouragement,
Yes.
And that reassurance that help them to understand that, hey, yes, you can figure this out, even with the concepts of discipline.
Yes.
And
keeping their self-esteem high.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. So many things, and they're hit with so many things at this time.
Yeah.
Even if they had high self-esteem before, decent self-esteem, sometimes it could be knocked down and you don't know what can knock it down because you're not always with them.
Yeah.
You don't know what some little friend said or frenemy.
I mean, right, frenemy.
Some little girl or whatever the case.
That's right. And then here we are now. I mean, with the age of social media.
Yes.
There are stimuli that we don't see and we are blindsided by because they're attacked from every angle.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So in these spaces, we're talking about elementary school and middle school.
Mm-hmm.
What about parenting?
Yeah.
As far as not parenting, but what about your marriage as far as a relationship?
Oh yeah.
Because we talk so much, and even they don't mean to, but they take up all your time. Yeah. Kids just take up all your time. Yeah, they're so needy.
Yeah.
And even when they say they don't need, you know what I mean, in middle school, they still really need.
Yeah.
There are so many things that they're doing with, especially when you're talking about like homework, extracurricular activities.
That's when
the day's gone.
Yeah. And that's when I realized, and we're talking about homework, that's when I realized where my challenges were.
Wanting to do homework?
Oh, man. Listen. And I had the hardest time, you know. I had the hardest time. You learn a lot. Again, as a parent, you learn a lot about yourself.
You had the hardest time just doing the work, not like sitting down and actually doing the work, not like understanding the work.
Right.
You just said you had the hardest time, but you didn't make it clear.
Sure. You're right. No, I understood it, right? But having a child, I'm trying to help this child understand it. You know, that frustrated me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no, I remember.
I ain't gonna lie.
I remember.
For me, you supposed to understand it. The concept. I tell you one time, 1 + 1 equals
like Kenny
2.
used to get it, and he didn't understand why.
Why can't you get it
right
the way I got it? Right? Yeah. So then that I had to walk away from that one. I had to.
And the other one didn't need your help for homework.
No, didn't see. That was the one I'd love to teach him. You know, what does 5,000 times 600 3,000?
He doing it in his head.
In his head.
Yep. Never even needed your help.
Yep. And I was never one to say, show your work. Now, I don't want to see the work.
I sure was. And you got to show your work. I need to know that you know how you're supposed to be doing it.
Nah.
The teacher's going to ask you.
No. That other one, yeah. No, that's what I liked about that one.
Yeah.
I didn't have to. No, I didn't care. You got the right answer.
We had to explain a little bit more to.
Yeah.
And who was eager to do the homework.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent student. He just didn't always get it right away.
Yeah.
The other one, lazy as all get out. Lazy. But could get it just by looking at it.
Just look at it.
Oh, man.
I mean, and I ain't gonna lie, that's me all day long. That is me all day long.
You all day long.
I mean, I will wait to the very last second to pick up anything. And it only takes a second for me to figure it out. And then that's why I wait so long.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie about that. So that's why it was so hard for me to teach the other one. Is it, I don't have the patience. I don't. I can look at it, I read it one time, oh, that makes sense. And it roll on.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
it's all right. One was you and one was me.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, we had some little bit of fear and frustration, but that's where. But here again, right? The same approach in our marriage, how we work and grow together in our marriage, is what we had to employ.
True.
With them in school.
Yes.
Right. I mean, because when you talk about it, some of the things we talked about in previous episodes is, hey, know what your strengths and weaknesses are and how they complement each other. And that was the deal.
Yeah.
Right.
So that I didn't have to tell you, that's okay. You can't do homework no more.
Did you end up telling me?
I did have to tell you.
Yeah, you had to tell me that. You did. But remember,
because he didn't understand his strengths and weaknesses at the time.
I didn't. Yeah.
I was like, you know what? That's that. And rather than me saying, don't you talk to my child like that.
Right.
I was just like, you know what? It's all right. I got it. You don't have to do homework no more. That was
within the first 10 years of marriage. We had a lot to learn during those times. So.
Yes. Yep. But yeah, it's interesting. That's the other piece to it too, though. Like when you are parenting differently, because though we're talking about homework, the kids see that as parenting.
Yes. Yeah.
And when one is doing it one way and the other is doing another way, how do you balance that? Yeah. And how do you balance that? And does that create conflict in marriage?
Right.
The answer is you really have to communicate. And the other answer is, yes, it can create conflict in marriage.
Yes.
Because a kid will take the side of the one they want to.
Yeah.
But y'all can't have sides. Y'all have to be one strong opinion.
Right.
One strong boundary. One strong rule. So y'all together, not separated.
Right. So.
Yeah, because the kids will take advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. And by this time, they've had a number of years to figure out, who they can take advantage of. So. And
even still, I know for me, it was always my daddy. He was not going to say no.
Oh.
It didn't matter what mom said. And later on, he realized, I got to stand with your mom. He actually had to tell me that, though.
Well.
I got to stand with your mom.
So, and while I don't disagree with what he did in the beginning, I probably would have taken a longer time if I had a daughter to come to the realization that I needed to stand with my wife.
Yeah. And I understood. I just didn't want it to happen. But Daddy, you're always supposed to say yes to me.
Right. But here's the thing, right? To tell you now, no, I can't always say yes. It's probably it's probably the hardest thing to do, because now you're just gonna hurt your feelings so bad.
Because I was pleading, but I don't understand.
Yeah. Why?
But yeah, so he finally had to sit me down and said, I don't even know if my mom knew that we had that conversation. But yeah, so, and I understood, but it was, I can't always have my way. So that was a hard pill to swallow for me.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's what kids will do if they get one no and a yes from the other.
Yeah.
If you're not together on the same page, the kids will go to who they need to go to. They will work it out.
Were you really, really frustrated with me during those times? I bet you were.
Yes.
I know you were. Because I was homeschooling. Yeah.
And I would still give them homework because I wanted them to understand, one, if I had to stop homeschooling, they needed to be ready for school.
Right.
Two, I wanted them to understand what their friends went through. Because you can't just go out and ask your friend to come out and play because they out of school. No, they got homework.
Yeah, yeah.
So I had to incorporate the same for them.
Right.
And I was trying to make it as normal as possible, even though we were homeschooling.
Right, right.
But then on the flip side of that, for me, I needed a break. I didn't talk all day long.
Absolutely.
When you got home, it was your turn. Yeah, and then you messed it all up. And I was like, you know what? Forget it. I got it.
I believe that now.
That's all right. I got it.
I had the hardest time then.
Yeah.
That was tough. But I mean, again, and we've always talked about that, right? The first 10 years of our marriage, there were some lessons we had to learn.
And for a little while there, they were helping each other with their homework.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because there's one strength is the other's weaknesses. That's for the most part in education. So I was like, well, look, he does really well in this subject. Just help him.
And what's amazing is
work with him.
Is that they are still kind of like that today.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
I mean, so.
And they worked well together with because one leans more on the science and math.
Yeah.
And the other one leaned more on arts and English and things. So helping each other really worked out nicely.
Right, right.
Especially with one being younger. Mm-hmm. And it didn't even matter that one was younger.
No. But they
didn't seem to be bothered by that.
But of course, I mean, wasn't much younger.
Not younger, but you still have an older brother, and your younger brother is helping you with the subject. Correct.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'm the older brother, I can help you with a subject because you haven't gotten to this point yet.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it didn't seem to bother either one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that worked out nicely. But I tell you what, it's probably time to round up, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, you want to close us out, babe?
Sure. Listen, we want to thank you so much for joining us today on this episode of the podcast. We're talking about kids going to school, right?
Yes. So this is part 1. We'll do part 2 next week, and it'll be about high school.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you what, those days we'll have a fun conversation about that. But yeah, we do appreciate you joining us today.
Yes.
Listen, if you want to check us out on our website at marriagebelike.com, and you can see previous episodes. You can go back to where we were talking about the kids going to college, and as well as the empty nesting episodes, right?
Okay.
Also, you can check us out on envision-radio.com.
Yes.
That's, again, as we said earlier,
4:00 Eastern time.
4:00 Eastern time on Thursdays, or 3 p.m. Central.
Correct.
And what else? Oh, and you can email us at KennyandKenya@marriagebelike.
I'm just looking at you while you're just saying my name.
Yes.
Let's try it again.
You can email us at KennyandKenya@marriagebelike.com. If you want to be on the show, you have questions, you want
feedback.
to give some feedback. We definitely.
Or you can order our devotional. That is, you want to use that same email.
Right.
We have 2 devotionals. One was last year, one was this year, but they're not dated.
Right.
They're just 2 separate devotionals.
That's right. So
we participated with several others to write devotionals in the book. It's a 30-day devotional, so you can read it anytime.
That's right. Or you can order on the website.
You can order on the website at marriagebelike.com.
Right. Now, listen, the music that you hear right now is produced by our son, KEG Beats. So reach out to us and we'll make sure we can put you in contact with him if you want to get a beat of such.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to bless us, bless his podcast, you can bless us at our Cash App at $, K Good Green.
That's right. That's right. And listen, the Marriage Be Like podcast is a production of Green Room Entertainment. We are an award-winning for 2 years running media production company. So check us out at greenroomentertain.com.
Okay. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Make sure you invite others to come back.
That's
Have
right.
a good week. Bye-bye.